Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Robert Sheldon Duncanson, and it brings me great joy and quite gratitude to share a few reflections of my life, my travels, and the works that I have been so blessed to create. Those that know me understand that I do not paint for glory or for grand acclaim. I come from very humble beginnings and have always been anchored by the love of my dear family in Monroe, Michigan. And no matter how far I travel, that place and those people remain my compass. I believe that art ought to lift the spirit and reveal to the viewer the serene beauty that lies in the land. I paint because I must, for the joy, for the truth, and for the sacred beauty that lies in the land. Landscapes have always spoken to my soul, and I strive to honor them with brush and pigment. Let's check that one. I began by painting houses side by side with my father. In time, that practical labor gave way to a much deeper calling. And in 1840, I journeyed to Mount Pleasant, Ohio, to pursue my dream of portraiture. The means were meager. The fire that burned on the inside of me could not be dimmed. And before long, it became abundantly clear that my gift lay in the landscapes. Supporters began to take notice, and their encouragement was as vital as any brushstroke I had ever laid upon canvas. And although I am a man of European as well as African descent, I hold fast to my conviction that talent knows no color, and that art in its highest form is a universal language that transcends boundaries both national and racial. One of my most cherished opportunities came when I was invited to the home of the great abolitionist Nicholas Longsworth. There, I painted a grand series of wall murals. Although they were once covered and nearly forgotten, they've been beautifully restored thanks to the city of Cincinnati, that others may walk those hallways, see my work. That is a blessing that I never could have imagined. And then there were darker roads too. While traveling through parts of the deep South, I was guided quietly, carefully, to sites used in the Underground Railroad. When I paint, I am free from labels, and free to tell stories through my brushstrokes. I painted those hidden pathways, and in doing so, I sought to offer aid to those who needed direction on their journey to freedom. My art became a silent witness to their struggle. And then there were my travels abroad. I never imagined that one day I would walk the streets of London or the halls of European courts. I visited castles, cathedrals. I painted the gardens of royalty. I ate meals with men of letters such as Lord Tennyson. Why, Her Majesty, the Queen of England, even purchased a few of my works. And the King of Sweden, too, showed me great kindness. And to this day, I find it humbling. Yet, I have a grander place. I have a noble the company. I am most fulfilled when I can see the canvas and paint the canvas of the landscapes. I am most fulfilled when I can see the light slipping through the trees, or a river winding its way gently through a valley. They say that I am part of the Hudson River School, perhaps. But if you ask me, I'll simply say, I am a servant of the land. I am self-taught. I have learned more from nature's example than any academy. My mission has always been to celebrate harmony, to show that color, light, and life are not bound by race or nation. That beauty, my friends, is free to all of us. And again, I say, my friends, that beauty is free to all of us. They say that a statue will stand in my honor in Lawrence Square to mark the 235 works that I have left behind. Humbling indeed. But if you ask me, I'll simply say, I just love to paint.